What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget as well to like and share the vids. All right, the Canelo fight is just wrapped. Thank you to everyone that jumped on the live watch along. It was fun as always. I am pretty tired, but I thought, you know what, before we go home, let's just do our own quick wrap video whilst the fight is fresh in my memory. Just want to quickly check boxing scenes scorecard. I'm trying to think, what did I have it going into that 11th? I think I had it either 6-4 Canelo or 5 apiece. It was very difficult to score some of the rounds. I'm going to have to watch it again. What did boxing scene have it? Okay, they had it 97-93 Canelo. So they had it 7 rounds to 3. I had it 6-4 or 5 apiece. Again, it was difficult because it's what you like. Because although Canelo was very much the aggressor, I thought that Plant was frustrating him. I thought Plant was making him miss a few shots. I thought Plant was landing. His jab looked pretty sharp. But again, once Canelo got him on the ropes, Canelo was doing good work. So it's what you like. It is what you like. I actually didn't think this was vintage Canelo by any stretch of the imagination. I really didn't. I thought he was struggling with that kind of Philly shell defense that Caleb Plant had. So he couldn't really land his right hand when he wanted to. He's landing his left hook still. And in the end, it was the left hook that got the job done. But I thought the right hand that he was trying to land, the big right hand, I thought Plant was taking that quite well. And yeah, I thought Plant was landing his own straight right, or at least his jab quite a bit. And he landed the right a couple of times as well. So look, it wasn't vintage Canelo, but in the end, he got the job done. He got the job done. And I think what's scary about Canelo is that his power clearly lasts all the way until the end. This was round 11, and it was a left hook that done most of the damage. And then the punch that really caused all the problems was fantastic. The way in which, so he landed a left hook, and then he pushed Caleb Plant away from him to cause separation to land the right uppercut. The same kind of punch that caused Billy Joe Saunders so many problems, and that was it. Once he landed that one, Caleb Plant's on the way down, then he landed a left uppercut. But it was the push away and the right uppercut, which was just with mean intentions. And then obviously, look, Caleb Plant done well to get up, stumbled across the ropes, the referee counted, and then it was a case of sort of when, not if, Canelo was going to get the stoppage. And in the end, he did. And we're talking about a guy that's now become undisputed in 11 months. And I keep saying that because he started this undisputed run back in December when he fought Callum Smith, and he didn't have a belt. I think people forget that it was for the vacant, that fight was for the vacant WBC and Callum Smith's WBA belt. And then he had to fight against Yildirim, which was his WBC mandatory. And then he had to fight with Billy Joe Saunders, WBO, and now Caleb Plant, IBF. He has stopped Caleb Plant, he has stopped Billy Joe Saunders, and it was pretty much a shutout against Callum Smith. All of those 3 fighters were unbeaten. Now, I know some people will say, yeah, it's a weak division, and people always say that. It was a weak division, it was this, it was that. I heard in the lead up, maybe not so much Callum Smith, but in the lead up to Billy Joe Saunders, so many people were saying to me, this is the style to cause Canelo some problems. I think we all saw that. In the lead up to this, a lot of people, as always happens to be fair with boxing matches, a lot of people, as the fight got closer, were like, you know what, Caleb's got a chance here, and Caleb was doing well, but in the end, Canelo was like, no, this isn't playing out the way you think it's playing out. I'm still carrying my power. I'm not tired. I'm going to force the action. I'm going to get the stoppage. And he did in the end. He did. And I didn't watch the ring interview with Jim Gray, and I'm guessing Jim Gray did ask him what next. I'm not quite sure at the time of doing this video what he said, but there aren't that many challenges at 168 left. It was actually getting to a stage in that fight where I thought, you know, this is so close that potentially they could run it again. That's what I was thinking. Potentially they could run it again, because some people in the comment section of the live watch along even had it, I think, 6-4 Plant or 5 apiece. So it was that close. I had it the other way around. So 5 apiece or 6-4 Canelo. So it was a close fight. But you always felt like Canelo was the one that was pressing the action. And if anyone was going to hurt anyone, it was Canelo. Canelo was looking for that left hook all night long. all night long. He was struggling, as I said, to land the right hand because of the Philly shell. But that left hook was there, and he landed it a few times, but this one was on the button. And the problem was, as soon as he landed it, Caleb Plant fell forward. But again, guys, it's that push. It's how quick his brain thinks to think, okay, I need to separate us. I'm not going to step back. I'm going to push you and then clean. It was so beautiful, the uppercut, and that was it. And you just have to applaud Canelo. You have to applaud him. Again, this is 3 unbeaten fighters. These aren't, and we know the way boxing works sometimes. You're going to have a world champion that maybe lost 3 or 4, or have a world champion that has a lot of damage. Callum Smith has no damage or baggage. Billy Joe Saunders had no damage or baggage. And Caleb Plant certainly didn't have any damage or baggage. He is beating people and breaking people down that haven't been broken down before. Again, I know what people are going to say. It's a weak division. It's a weak era. I'm not a fan of that kind of talk. I used to say that about Vladimir Klitschko. You've got to give respect when someone goes on a run. And right now, that's his 60th fight. He's only 31 years of age. And the only person on record to have beaten him is arguably one of the greatest fighters of all time in Floyd Mayweather. So, look, I wasn't super impressed with the performance, but I'm super impressed with the result and the way in which he got the result at the end of the day. Like, in the end of the day, he done what he needed to do and he got the win, and that's what it's all about. That's all the record books are going to say. And look, as much as Caleb Plant was slick and smart in there, Caleb Plant, and I said this, if you watched the live watch, I was like, Caleb Plant isn't going to win this fight in this way. Like, I like it. I like the back foot work he was doing. I thought when he needed to land combinations and tell Canelo, no, I'm still here and I can hurt you, he did. But for the majority of the rounds, he was going to the ropes and fighting back foot. And I was like, this guy's got to press the action. He's got to show Canelo, I'm the bigger, stronger guy in here. And these 168 pounders don't seem to be able to do it. It's really strange. They don't. So maybe it has to be the guys at 175. Because I'm telling you now, Beterbiev's not going to the ropes. Beterbiev isn't going to the ropes. Dimitri Bivol might. Joe Smith won't. Joe Smith will fight fire with fire as well. So it might be a case of going up there. I mean, surely he's not going to try and become undisputed at light heavyweight. I don't know. I do think he's going to wait for the outcome, and I said this, of GGG versus Murata, that fight December 28th. They'll have a look and see what GGG looks like. If he looks good, then DAZN will definitely try and get that fight. Both of them. Look, Canelo's got a great relationship with DAZN, and I'm not quite sure about GGG's relationship with DAZN, but there's a relationship. So it's an easier fight to make than all the others out there. And right now, I mean, Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, Derevyanchenko, you know, there's not much there. And there's other guys coming up, but they're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. So, look, congratulations to Caleb Plant for putting up a great performance, but all the congratulations need to go to Canelo, because we are watching a great here, a great, not a great of this era, a great of all time. That's no hyperbole. We're watching a great of all time. Again, you've cleaned up a division in 11 months, when at the start of the 11 months, you didn't have any of the belts. Say what you want to say about Canelo and, you know, whether or not you believe he's the Lance Armstrong of boxing. And, you know, I am an innocent until proven guilty now type person. And he's very, very good. He's very, very good. Again, I'm just so impressed with the way in which he pushed Caleb Plant back to separate himself, to create space, to land that uppercut. I'm all over things like that. I thought it was beautiful. Guys, we might do a Sunday session live. I'll let you know when I get up, because it is now 5 in the morning. It's going to take me about 15 minutes to pack up and go home. So I'm probably going to be in bed by 6. It's likely we do a Sunday session live. If we do, it'll be around 8, 9 o'clock. Yeah. Guys, peace and love.